Hello everyone, this is Fallout 4 and we are here to show you some hidden mechanics. Now, actually nowhere in the game is said that there is a cover system. How does that work? Basically you're going to see a lot of mobs that go in the back of certain objects, even if they're crouched or staying on their feet, and then they suddenly pop up. Right now, as you can see, my gun is lowered. If you have a pistol, its barrel is going to go down, and without pressing any of the movement keys, just aim, and as you can see, you just pop up just behind from that object that you're hiding. Now this works with lower objects as well as bigger ones. For instance, we're gonna use the gun again, and as you can see, you just pop up. This movement is not done by me through the movement keys. Now let's use a gun for this. As you can see, the barrel is down, and as you aim, you just pop up out of the object. And if you're going to crouch, you're going to be able to do the same thing. You're also going to see during the gameplay some of the mobs, human mobs, they're going to shoot just above themselves, not getting out of the cover system. Their heads will always be covered. So, okay, so this is how the cover system works basically. Now, for the Xbox controller, to do this, you're going to need to press and hold the left trigger, and for the PlayStation, the L2 button. Okay, another system in Fallout 4 is to holster your weapon. Basically, this will help you to look less threatening to different mobs or NPCs and so on and so forth. How are you going to do that? Well, basically, it doesn't matter which gun you have in hand, just press and hold the reload button and the gun will be holstered, or it will just disappear. To do this on the PC is the R key, if you did not change the bindings. For the Xbox is the X, and for the PlayStation is the square button. Okay, another hidden mechanic within the game is, well, as you can see, there's a lot of light over here. We're seeing pretty well, but if you go to darker places, and this is actually pretty lighted as well, but even darker than this, you can use your flashlight, which you have it incorporated in your Pip-Boy. And you can use this all over the place. There's no restrictions to it. It has this nice greenish glow to it, I guess. Okay, now how to activate this? Basically, you just press and hold the button for the Pip-Boy, and the flashlight will get activated, and you can turn it off just the same way. Now, it is said into the game, into the tips when you load different screens, that if you want to be more stealthy, you should close up your flashlight. So be wary of that. Now, on the PC, you just need to hold the top button. Basically, that's the button for the Pip-Boy if you did not change the bindings for the keys. On the Xbox is the B button, and on the PlayStation is the circle button. Okay, another system that it is sort of hidden within the game is the grab and hold system. It is featured in other Fallout games, but in Fallout 4 it's not really that explained. Now, I already did a bit of art over here, if you can call it like that. So basically, you get near the object you want to move, you hold the action key, and then you can move it wherever you want to, wherever you want. Just in midair, yes, in front of the gun. I know, kind of silly, but that's how you can move objects. Also, it's easy to move to crates and other stuff that may hold things that you can't really see at the first glance. Now, to do this on a PC, you just, as I said, use the action key. As you start the game is the E button. For the Xbox is the A button, and for the PlayStation is the X button. Another hidden mechanic, it's basically 1 in 2 actually. It's that you can dress up your companion. How are you going to do this? Let me show you. just give the command to trade, and this is a lot of stuff that Dogmeat has on himself right now. We'll go to apparel. I already set in his pockets a skull bandana, and as you can see down here at the bottom of the screen, you have different options. Now this is on the PC, so you can take all, equip. So if you press T, there you go, Dogmeat will have a skull bandana on him, and so on and so forth. You can dress the dog up, not only the dog, the robots, the human NPCs, and so on and so forth, with a lot of stuff, with a lot of armors and a lot of items within the game. Another mechanic that I'm pretty sure everybody knows until now is that you can give stuff to your companion, again with the trade system. As you can see, Dogmeat has a lot of stuff within his pockets, and he didn't pick them himself. I just inserted them while I was over in chambered, or almost over in chambered. Okay, another hidden mechanism, sort of hidden, because not really that hidden, is tagging different scrap parts for different uses. Okay, so let's take an example of crafting over here. This is the menu for the settlements, how you can improve settlements, and we have I don't know, let's say all of these. Let's say chemistry station. If for building you're gonna need wood, steel, glass, rubber, and screws, and we don't have enough glass, rubber, or screws. And as you can see, just at the bottom of the screen, you have Q for tag for research, for search actually, for research. And if you press Q, this is for the PC on your keyboards, as you can see, a small magnifying glass symbol appears next to the items you don't really have. Now when we are going to go into the wasteland and we're going to find different items that can be scrapped, if they have if scrapped they have into them glass, rubber, or screws, magnifying glass symbol will appear next to them, so we'll know those are items that we need to take back to scrap, so we have the parts that we need to build whatever we tagged. Another mechanic that's very useful between settlements is actually to run different supply lines. Now this is mentioned in the tips when you change between different places, the loading screens, but you can't really have them just as you start the game. You need to do something for that, and mainly you need to work on your perks. Okay, so to have the possibility to run supply lines, you need to invest into your charisma. You need to have at least 6 points, so you can actually invest another point into a local leader. So a total of 7 points are at least necessary to have the local leader, which, as it says, you are able to establish supply lines between your workshop settlements. And another last hidden mechanic, I guess, if you can call it, it's more like Easter egg, I guess, something like that, is drunkenness. You can get drunk in this game, like really bad. So if you get drunk, the NPCs will have different dialogues with you. They will respond differently to your presence, or just straight talking to you will have different aspects of the dialogue. And that's about it. Now, some of these mechanics are important, some not so much. Some have a few clues and tips about them along the way. You can kind of get them. Some you can play the entire game and have no clue whatsoever about them. So they're not really that important to run the game, but they will make your life much easier if you know about them and how to use them. Okay, with that being said, see you guys around, and hopefully this clip really helped you.